Morning, guys. Thank you for tuning into the Bayside Legion. This morning we are headed out at home. Got to go to work this morning, so I can't hunt for too long. And this particular place is just a bunch of small little tracks, so we're probably going to be getting out of the truck, listening for a little bit, walking maybe a few hundred yards in. If nothing gobbles, get out, go try somewhere else. Like I said, I don't have a whole lot of time, so I've got to make something happen pretty quick. Which means I can't go on a long hike away from the truck. But at least I get to turkey hunt here, possibly hear a bird gobble this morning. So that's what it's all about. All right, we're as you can see, it's starting to break daylight behind me. So we're gonna walk in here a little bit, but not too far. God, this is a thick mess in here. Yeah, he's farther away. I don't know what happened to him. Betty's standing right there. But I have to go to work. I got one more day on him. Weather's supposed to be terrible tomorrow, but we'll try it. Maybe that's what I need. Morning, guys. So we're going back after that bird that we were on yesterday that gobbled a lot. He gobbled real good. We just weren't able to seal the deal. So, yeah, we're going to go after him. And hopefully different outcome this morning. But yesterday he beat me. So today I'm going to beat him. So he's gobbling. He's about 200 yards away. Where he wanted to sit, or where he wanted to hang out yesterday morning. I think I want to just hang out here instead of trying to get closer. There's two of them. Alright, so I've got a hen that's to my left. She's not very far. Two gobblers out in front. One's probably 150, 175. The other one's maybe 250. The turkey just flew out to my left. I heard the wings.
That's a jig. God, in the tree, that thing did not sound like a jig. I need to get spun around. But that jig is standing right there. Alright, I want to try and slide myself around on this tree. Shit, it's still right there. Son of a... I see the Longbeard. He's chasing the jig.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Oh, guys, I'm sorry, that is not on film. I thought I had the gun camera on. Turns out I never put a battery in the thing. And I was so preoccupied when I pressed the button on it, I never paid attention to it not vibrating. So I do apologize, but yeah, baby. I'm just letting him kind of chill out for a moment. Oh. Well, real dark wings. So I want to show you guys something here on this bird. So if you look, see that spur? Well, I don't know why it won't focus, but probably 3/4 to an inch spur. You guys noticed anything kind of missing? It's all he's got for a beard. That short little thing there. I don't know what is up with this tripod. But that's why I'm not a big fan of states that have a measurement on the beard. This bird is obviously an adult. Bulltail fan, right? Full wing bars. Or wing patches. Stubby little beard. What a morning. 6:22 was the trigger pull. So yesterday I was in here with this bird. And he was roosted right over here. And I fooled around with him until I had to go to work. And at one point I'd come in here trying to circle around on him. And this place is, most of this is planted pines in here. That's what most of our public land here is planted pines. But there's little strips of hardwoods, and this is one of those little strips. And this place is just torn up with scratching. I noticed it as soon as I came in. And yesterday, he was in here for a long time. When he moved off up there a little ways, I was able to circle around and get in here. So I kind of had an idea this morning when I came in what I wanted to do, where I wanted to be at. And I knew once I got in here, planted pines are super thick, most of them. There's a few openings, and he was camped out in one of those openings yesterday when I left him. But most of it's super thick, and here it's open, so I knew, and there was a ditch that I could take to get just about all the way in here. Took that ditch, got in here, sat down over there actually, and when he gobbled, he wasn't right here like he was yesterday. He was back over this way. And then another bird gobbled on the limb. And I'm going to go back and play that gobble for you guys right now. Now tell me, do any of you guys that are turkey hunters, does that sound like a Jake gobble to any of you? The only way that it sounds like it could be a Jake gobble is that it's slightly higher pitched than his gobble. But it's a full gobble, but it's slightly higher pitched, which I've heard high pitched Longbeards before. So anyway, I sat down. I thought I had two gobblers. And this guy was gobbling. I had some hens over here to my left. And that Jake, he flew in and landed up here in a tree. And I wasn't sure what it was because I didn't hear like a lot of wing beats or anything. So I thought maybe it was an owl. I just saw a bird pitch into a tree. And I'm sitting here, and I'm looking over there, looking on the ground, and here, and I just moved my head, So I'm thinking, did somebody sneak in over here to where I can't see them and and catch me moving my head. I mean, like, I would have felt like an idiot, but like, I'd moved my head, just the tiniest little bit faster than I should have, but I really didn't think I would have been caught. So I hear a cluck, and so I yelp, and that bird pitches out, and he lands right here at 20 yards from me. And I can see he lands, he's behind some thick stuff, and then he kind of steps out, and I can see he's got a red head and no beard. And I'm like, okay, so he was a Jake. He gets over here, actually right where I shot this guy, and he kind of does a little Jake yelp, half gobble thing. And I'm like, no kidding. So it was a Jake that was over there roosted in that tree. That sounded exactly like an adult bird. So anyway, Jake goes walking off, and there's some thick stuff here, and I'd just taken my hand and put my hand down like this, and I was going to try to scooch around on this tree to get where this bird is now, facing that direction. And I see the Jake had come back, and I'm like, shit, now, how am I going to move? Like, the last time I heard this bird gobble, he was right there, probably 75 yards from me. Like, I need to be moving, And so I can't move because he's right there, and then I see this guy in full strut right behind him, and he's chasing the Jake. And I've got this big tree right here in front of me, and the Jake goes behind that tree, and then him in full strut, and I saw the full fan goes behind the tree. And I'm like, all right, so I kind of was like anticipating, I was facing this direction, and I was anticipating having to swing and shoot. So I'm prepping myself, and I catch him just on the other side of this tree. I catch just a little glimpse of him in full strut, and then he goes back, and I'm like, all right, well, shit. I called once, hoping to try to pull them in closer this way, because they're at about the extent of my range, especially in here where it's thick. And I see the Jake come across. I got some openings right here. I see that Jake come across the openings, and I'm like, all right, as soon as I see that Longbeard, he's gonna get it. So this guy steps into that opening, and I knew because of this big tree that I've got in front of me, it would hide most of my movement of my gun. So as soon as I saw him, I needed to move. The moment that my left eye caught him, I needed to be swinging that gun. So that's exactly what happened. As soon as I caught sight of him, I swung the gun over, and because he was focused on that Jake, he never saw me, stepped into the opening, and I touched off on him. I go running over there, and that Jake is standing 5 yards from him. Man, oh man. What a morning. I might actually be able to go home and catch a nap before work. That would be wonderful.